7 weeks. Like, I didn't no sparring. Like, it was just a lot of stuff that went wrong in that camp.
Going into that camp, and you and Derek have any conversation? Like, look, this is how we got to get down for this fight.
Nope.
Come on, EJ.
Nope.
Biggest fight of both of y'all's career.
Man, that camp was booked.
The whole camp?
Yeah, bro. Like, I didn't no sparring. Like, the guys didn't fit. I ain't had no southpaws in there to spar, none of that. Like, it was all out of whack. I was basically living wrong, bro. Even out of camp, you gotta live right. So once you get in camp, you know, everything be cool. Just like now, like, I'm cool now because, you know what I'm saying, I've been living right. Like, I ain't been drinking none of that. Like, still been working out. So once I get in camp, you know, I'm free flowing. I'm free flowing, and in that camp, bro, everything was just out of whack. But for me, I knew that this maximum payout, you know, is gonna take care of my family, even if I'm not here, you know. And I didn't know if I was gonna box again.
You felt like that before the fight?
Yeah, I felt like that before the fight. I'm still gonna fight, you know. It is what it is. Like, you know, I'm not gonna make no excuses about it. I'm just gonna do what I do, and then whatever criticism come with it, bro, with it. At the end of the day, I'm doing it for a bigger picture. Like, you know, I was hard-headed to do stuff my way, so hey, I gotta be hard-headed too in this sense to, you know, put myself on the altar, man, sacrifice myself.
I feel that, but what I don't feel is going into that camp. Whose job is it to pick the sparring partners and to have that stuff on point?
Derek, he the teacher, right?
So when you're not sparring, what are you saying here?
I mean, we just working the miss. You would think he would put on some gloves and have me, like, blocking shots and, like, but it was none of that.
I'm getting whooped right now. That's dumb. Nah, man, that's crazy.
Just feeling weak, depleted. Like, even if I worked out, like, I felt like I wasn't getting stronger. I don't know, bro. The whole camp, it was just a whole messed up situation.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, and I'm back at y'all with another one. So many people have sent me this clip of former unified 3-belt WBA, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who I believe is a first ballot Hall of Famer, and Errol the True Spence Jr. And many people ask me, what's my thoughts on Errol Spence comments? Errol Spence, first of all, shouts out to Andre SOG Ward, man, because Andre Ward this is a great interview. Andre Ward does great interviews in boxing because he's a great boxing mind. He's a great boxing mind. So Andre Ward does great interviews. With that said, you heard Errol Spence break down in this clip the Terrence Crawford fight, what went wrong, right? And people are asking me. I had 15 people send me this clip, right? I thought it was something terrible because I saw all the amount of people that kept sending me the same clip. Thought something terrible happened. You know, bad news travels fast. You know what I mean? With that said, my thoughts on this situation. My thoughts on this situation is I understand it, but I don't like it. I understand it, but I don't like it. The reason I understand it is because Errol Spence Jr. is a stand-up person. He's an honest person. He gonna tell his truth, whether you like it or you don't like it. I don't like it because it puts an asterisk in the minds of many by Terrence Crawford's name and his performance and what he accomplished that night. The dominant performance, it puts an asterisk by it. Because now it's going to give people the ammunition to say, see, I told you Errol Spence wasn't right. Errol Spence. At the end of the day, that's not Terrence Crawford's fault. The things he said about Derrick James, let me tell you this, it didn't come across well to me. Why didn't it come across well? Because At that point in your career, you had 28 fights with no losses, no draw, and 22 wins by way of knockout. You was a unified 3-belt champion. On the pound for pound list, top 5 pound for pound best fighters in the world. You going into the biggest fight of your career, and your trainer doesn't have sparring partners available for you? For Terrence Crawford, who was already a Hall of Famer, already a 4-division champion, considered pound for pound the #1 fighter in the world, and you don't bring in no sparring partners, and he don't bring in sparring partners, and you don't question that, at that stage of your career, you could do it yourself. You don't need Derrick James to do it. If he ain't doing it, then you say, hey, bro, I need sparring partners, southpaws, orthodox fighters. Terrence Crawford is a switch fighter. He switched from southpaw to orthodox. Let me get these dudes in here. Like he said, it's his fault. But if you know it's your fault, don't mention it publicly. Because you know it's going to put an asterisk by Terrence Crawford's name. That's what it does. Imagine Floyd Mayweather going into the Manny Pacquiao fight with no sparring partners and not sparring at all. That sounds ludicrous. And Floyd Mayweather don't need Roger or anybody to tell him that he needs sparring partners to prepare for Manny Pacquiao. And then if you looking at it solely for the money, and you know you did it solely for the money, then why bring it up in this interview? You should then say, listen, you know what? It is what it is, man. What happened in that camp, it is what it is. And just leave it be. Don't even address it. If you know you went in that fight solely for the financial payout and the benefits of bringing generational wealth to your family, right? I'm all for that. But don't mention it public. When Andre Ward brings it up, hey, bro, it is what it is. Terrence Crawford was the better guy. In the back of your head, if you know that you didn't spar for the fight, and you know you was living a fighter's lifestyle, and you know you was doing it solely for the financial gain and the benefits of it, don't bring it up. I mean, I'm not saying don't bring it up because I'm pretty sure he didn't bring it up. Andre Ward brought it up. But when it comes up, just say, listen, you know something? It is what it is, man. Terrence Crawford was the better guy that night. That's it, that's all. Terrence Crawford was the better guy that night. That's it, that's all. But when you do that, it comes across as excuses. And I'm sure Terrence Crawford is somewhere looking at that like, bro, I can't respect that. I can't respect that. Because you're putting an asterisk by his accomplishment. One of the biggest accomplishments of his career. The second biggest accomplishment of his career at the time was the biggest accomplishment of his career. And you're putting an asterisk by it. Because you have a swollen fan base. You have a massive fan base. So now people are forever gonna be like, yeah, you see that interview Errol Spence did with Andre Ward. Yeah, he ain't never sparred. You ain't sparred one time. Derrick James only had you hitting the mitts. You should have parted ways with Derrick James. This is the biggest fight of my career. This is the biggest fight of my career. I'm not gonna spar for it. You done fought Sean Porter. You done fought Kell Brook in the UK for your first title opportunity. You done fought Danny Garcia. You done unified the belts against your Danis Ugas. And you thought that you could just walk out the gym and beat Terrence Crawford? Come on, man. EJ, come on, bro. I can't blame Andre Ward. He's doing his job, right? He's supposed to do this. This is what Andre Ward is supposed to do, right? He's supposed to be like, yo, listen, what happened that night? He's supposed to do that, right? But EJ, Me personally, I don't like it, man. You can't do that, bruh. If you know you chose, that's your choice. You chose not to be properly prepared for this fight, bruh. Keep it to yourself. Don't discredit that, man. Come on, bruh. Just, you could have, when Andre Ward asked you, hey, it was a rough camp, things happened, it didn't go in my favor. Terrence Crawford was the better man, bro. That dude is great. That's it, that's all. Because you had to know you wasn't going to roll out of bed and beat Terrence Crawford. Come on, bro. Even if you did this against Sean Porter and Yordenis Ugas and Danny Garcia, you had to know Terrence Crawford was on a different level than them. And there's no way. I mean, Floyd beat, Diego Corrales, the late, great Diego Corrales. He beat Miguel Cotto. Floyd had to. Ain't no way. Floyd brought in Zab Judah, Chop Corley. He brought in anybody he can possibly think of to help Southpaws to prepare him for Manny Pacquiao. Because the biggest fight of his career. Come on, man. So, y'all ask me my thoughts on it. I don't like it. I understand it, but I don't like it. Sometimes you could be too truthful. You know what I'm saying? You could be too truthful for your own good. I don't like it because it just discredits Terrence Crawford, man. I don't like that, man. And EJ is smart, bro. EJ is very smart. He knows it's going to discredit Terrence Crawford. He knows that. See what I'm saying? So, that's my thoughts, man. That's my thoughts. Y'all ask me my thoughts? That's my honest opinion. That's all I got for y'all. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.